Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Eat, Sleep, Reef. This is week number 3 of the JBJ 45 gallon rimless tank. So let's get right into it. So, week number 3, let's talk about week number 3, everything that's happened. I do want to say week number 2, week number 1, it seemed to be a little bit more exciting because we got our spikes and so on. Pretty much as week 3 went in, I did see the ammonia go back down to 0 right after the spike at about 2 parts per million, which is absolutely great. So at this point, we're really waiting for the nitrite and nitrates to hit their spikes. And obviously, the nitrate, the way to get rid of that spike is to do a water change. And that's kind of when your tank is done and fully cycled. That's really the time we all look for when cycling a tank. Now, I probably am going to hold off probably at least 4 or 5 days after I get those spikes, because I've read in some instances you may get a second ammonia spike. So I do want to look out for those. Last thing I want to do is put the really nice fish I'm going to put in there in danger. So yeah, I'm probably going to hold off a little bit once the tank does, hit its spikes and go back down. But as of now, I really can't complain. I kind of lost a week's time on week 1 because I don't know if you guys remember, but the mollies were added about 7 days after the tank was initially run. So if I would have put the mollies in there from day 1, we probably would have been done with our cycle. So realistically, we could have gotten the cycle done in about 3.5 weeks. But because I did hold off a week, the tank really didn't do anything for one. I want to say it was 1 full week. There was nothing in there, no ammonia, no source of ammonia. So the tank was pretty much just sitting there idling. So yeah, I easily could have got it done in about 3 weeks. So with the mollies there about 7 days after, I can easily say we're going to be done in about 5, 6 more days with our spikes and so on. But I've been very happy with it. The experience has been great. You guys don't know how bad. I've walked into quite a few shops. With my last video, you saw the fish shop I went to in Huntington Beach, and it's really hard to go in there and not buy the corals. I mean, I could buy them, but I don't want to put them in danger. The fish, none of that. But yeah, I mean, it's been a great experience. For me, I'm not a very patient person. So this has really, really worked on my patience and, letting Mother Nature do her thing. And I've been very happy with it. These mollies have been doing a great job. I mean, for anyone out there trying to start a saltwater tank, I mean, I don't know how bad I can recommend these mollies to you. They've done an absolutely great job, and they're just great fish to look at. For you guys that have watched my other videos, I am going to be getting rid of them after the cycle is done. Probably give them back to the LFS for store credit, or give them to some friends for free, whichever comes first, I guess. As far as equipment, nothing has changed. The only thing that did change in last videos was the Eheim heater, which I do want to say it's been performing flawlessly. It's been holding my temperature at about 78.5 degrees. On the cold nights, it drops about 1 degree, so about 77.5, which is not bad at all. I'm a lot more happier with that thermometer or heater than I was with the Marineland. The gyro has been performing great. You guys can see it here on the top right. The flow on that thing's incredible, and the power, if you crank it up, it'll, trust me guys, it'll move water. The skimmer, finally got the skimmer broken in. For you guys that don't recall, I am running the Tunzi 9004 skimmer, and it's been performing great. I have no complaint on that skimmer whatsoever. I finally got it broken in. I have no more little micro bubbles in it. It took about 2.5 weeks to get that break in where I saw no more bubbles. It also really helped for you guys running this skimmer. A quick tip I can give, thanks to CJ for pointing it out for me, is really try to run your skimmer as far up from the circulation pumps as you can. So if there is any bubbles coming out, you give them a chance to kind of escape up to the surface instead of being pulled through your circulation pumps and then end up in your tank. But I mean, that's pretty much it, guys. The Ocean Revive LED 120 watts been doing great. Another thing I am going to be doing a little bit later on in the videos, as I've gained more experience with my equipment, is do in-depth reviews of the gyre, the lighting, the skimmer, the reactor, my mechanical filtration, biological, chemical, all that. Like I said, I don't want to do that now because I am very new at this, so I try to read up and learn as much as I can. And I'm starting to get to that point where I'm be able to feel comfortable doing a review for you guys on each and every one of those equipments and give you guys my honest opinion on them. But yeah, guys, from last week, we are in week 3. I honestly can't wait to week 4. and really, get the fish in there and just get this reef tank going. One thing I did add, guys, and don't yell at me for this, but I did purchase a zoanthid, and it is in there. She's doing great. I'll probably show her in the next video. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much it for today's. Be sure to leave a comment down below, guys. I really like talking to everyone. I'm a pretty social guy. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave them down in the comment box below. Also, guys, be sure to subscribe. You don't know how much that helps me out. Really motivates me to come out with more videos. But we're pretty much going to leave it at there, guys, for week 3. Thank you guys always for watching. Thank you guys for the great comments. And hope to see you guys next week in week number 4 of the JBJ 45 rimless tank.